high-profile battle playing out here in Worli, and Milind Deora is here with me, a former minister in UPA too, also serving his term in the Rajya Sabha, but now fighting for the Sena, Eknathshinde, of course, which had the main logo. You've gotten used to the different logo that you now represent?
Absolutely. It's been 10 months, yes.
Was there any awkwardness to, that you had to sort of bridge over?
No, not really, no.
Why the Shinde faction of the Sena? I mean, why not the BJP?
I like his work. I like his, he valued what I bring to the table. That's it.
You have fought many battles. Of course, you also belong to a family with senior leader like Milind Deora. How tough is this contest in particular?
Every contest is challenging. My first contest when I fought at the age of 27, I don't think there was a more challenging contest than that. I was 27 years old. My opponent was Jayanti Ben Mehta, who was 67 at the time. She used to say that Milind's age is equal to my experience. And every election is tough. No election is easy. Never know what's going to happen. Give it your best. Give it your 120%.
How do you look at Aditya Thackeray as as your opponent? Do you find him a feisty?
Formidable opponent. I don't think there's anything personal. We are fighting on issues. He's not making it personal. I'm not making it personal. And it's on issues. But ultimately, he does have to answer for a lot, because he's got a lot of love and affection from the people of Worli. His party has got a lot of love and affection. They've given them 3 MLAs, 1 MLA, 2 MLCs, 1 MP, 3 mayors. People expect a lot from them. They were in power for 2.5 years. His father was chief minister. He was a minister in his father's government. There are naturally very high expectations. He's also a Thackeray. That comes with a lot of expectations. So he'll have to answer for what he's delivered on.
Both Aditya and Uddhav Thackeray, they actually, according to them, Eknath Shinde and the MLAs who shifted base, they label them as the Alibaba and the Charles Chor. Do you think that the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray was actually betrayed by Eknath Shinde?
No, I think the people who think that parties belong to their families are delusional. And I think people who think that parties are private enterprises versus being public trusts, they're very undemocratic. And they have no right actually to talk about strengthening India's democracy. Look at Western countries. In the UK or America, do you have parties like that? Do you have the Democratic Party controlled by the Clintons? Or the
How is it
Republican
different
Party?
from you having a surname which is Deora?
There's a difference. Dynastic politics is a global phenomenon. There are people who enter politics from family background. That happens even in the most mature democracy like the US. But the party systems are not hijacked by families. That's a fundamental difference between India and many other countries.
Okay. Just 2 last questions, Milind, because we've also seen the elections in US right now happen. And there was a big factor which Donald Trump has acknowledged called Elon Musk. The way keeping in mind that you've served as a communication technology minister, today, how do you see elections playing out on, really on the physically on the ground? How much of it is the narrative is being shaped by the social media campaigns?
Always important, no doubt. Social media is a very powerful tool now in any election. There was a time, 30 years ago, where in India or in America, your karyakarta, your volunteer, had to take your leaflet, your photo, what you stood for, what your promises were, go to someone's door, ring their bell, give it to them, talk to them. Now you have one video and send it on WhatsApp, and that's the end. So communication has changed. What that means is that brings new challenges, new opportunities. In many ways, the volunteer or the karyakarta, you can go directly now to the voter through communication mediums. The candidate can go directly.
A billionaire buying off a big tech platform, can a big tech platform really, skew up the narrative for somebody?
I don't think so.
Make it one-sided?
I don't think big tech platforms, money makes a difference in elections. I think ultimately it's the narrative, the story, and what you're offering that sells it. I've always believed that.
Just one final question. Yeah. What is the first biggest change you promise to bring to Worli if you're elected here?
The biggest promise is that not to make false promises.
But what is the true promise that you're making then?
The biggest promise is not to make false promises.
But give us a true promise.
It's like how someone said, the only rule is there are no rules.
Okay.
One of my musicians used to say, the only rule in the studio is there's no rule. The biggest promise is no false promises. But on a serious note, to take Worli, Mumbai, Maharashtra forward, it's going forward to ensure that the speed breakers are completely paved out, are evened out, and that's a smooth surface so we can move ahead fast.
When was the last time you've actually had time to jam with your guitar?
Not for a while. Not for last few weeks for sure.
Missing it already? Are you going to go back to the guitar soon?
I am a little bit, yes.
Thank you so much. We
Thank
wish
you.
you all the
Thank you
best
so much.
with your campaign.
Thanks.
Milind Deora here. Let's catch up with the conversations with the other, in fact, prominent players in the battleground Maharashtra.